Hey guys, it's Britt. Welcome back. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. It's been a crazy couple of months, but I'm back. My computer broke in our move, so Tom and I moved from our apartment to a house on several acres of land, and it has been crazy. We live in the country now, which is not something I'm familiar with. Never lived in the country before. It's nuts out here. There are snakes. The spiders are freaking huge, and I'm still very much adjusting and getting a lot of work done because we have so much work to do around here. Plus, I just got my computer fixed because it broke in the move, so I didn't have any way to edit videos, but now I think I have a little bit of downtime and I have my computer working, so hopefully we're good to start making videos again. I've had questions from you guys, and thank you so much for your patience. I'm back. So let's get started with the hair update anyway. I cut my hair a long time ago, like probably maybe even a year ago or almost a year ago now. The reason I cut it was between my knees and the bottom of my bum, so it was like somewhere down to my thighs, middle thighs, and it was getting to be too unmanageable. And it was crazy because I got so focused on the growing that I kind of lost track of why I was growing it in the first place, which is because I like the look of long hair, like down, you know, long hair down, not always up in a bun, but it was so long that it's completely unmanageable for me anyway, to have it down pretty much at all. So I had to keep it in a bun all the time. I didn't feel like I was really being myself, and on top of that, I just didn't like the way it looked. So I kind of realized that my ideal length is tailbone length. So that was kind of a game changer. I got my hair cut back to tailbone length, so I got maybe 5 to 7 inches off, and it had been great. I love that length, and I will tell you guys that are working on your hair journey now, once you reach your ideal length and you realize like this is the length for me, it's absolutely the sweet spot of what I want. It is so great. It's such a great feeling. You can just like relax. You're like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about what I'm doing. So I did go, especially with our move and how busy we were, I got really lax on some things. Like I was not braiding my hair every night. I was just going to bed with it loose, and I wasn't doing as many oil treatments, but I didn't have anything to really worry about because my hair was already there. Like it was already at my goal length. So I wasn't worried that it wouldn't grow long enough to be at my goal because I'm already there. So that was a really cool realization for me, and so now I will be maintaining at tailbone length. With that being said, since then my hair has now grown almost completely back to classic length, which is crazy to me. I turned around the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, where did all this length even come from? You know, I felt like I had just cut it, and if you're not paying attention, they say benign neglect grows hair, and that is so true. Like if you look away and then look back, I swear it will be like unreal growth. So I probably need a haircut soon, and on top of that, I use these stupid foam curlers. I will put a picture of them somewhere around here. If you were gonna take one piece of advice from me about hair health, actually the first piece of advice that I would probably give actually is to not use heat on your hair, but a second piece of advice that's super important is not to use these stupid foam curlers, because I use them twice, maybe not even twice, and I have so many split ends because of it, and I have never had split ends before. Just genetically, I'm not predisposed to split ends, but these stupid curlers damage my hair so badly. You guys learn from my mistakes. Don't use these stupid curlers. Guys, I put out the call on Instagram because I could not think of anything more to talk about because I just haven't been doing much with my hair. So I'm trying to like rack my brain of like things to discuss. But one thing I did think about while we're waiting for that is the fact that my hair is going grayer. So I'm gonna try to zoom you in so you can see some of my gray hairs. I get a lot of them like right here in my like sideburn area, these like short little wispy hairs that frame the face. And oh my gosh, that's another thing I really want to talk about. First, let me show you the grays. Let me see if I can find some. Do you guys see that? Sorry if there's a little foundation in my hair, but these are where my gray hairs live, right under here. They all kind of congregate, hang out, doing their own thing. My very first gray hair came out of the top of my head up here somewhere, and I still see her all the time, but I can't find it right now. Oh, I think I saw it for a second. Oh well. Anyway, so those are my grays. They're they're coming full force. So we'll see. I just like, I wish I could have one of those cool like gray streaks from like the top of my head, like the peak of my hairline versus like gray sideburns, but it's all good, it's all good. So anyway, the thing that I remember that I want to talk about was baby hairs. Oh my God, I've been seeing this everywhere, and I've seen some really deceptive things being promoted as like, it'll grow new hair. Like, look at all these baby hairs. And I just wanted to explain to you guys in a video that our hair isn't all one length. It's never gonna all be one length. Let's start with the basics. All hairs have a terminal length, a length at which they will not grow any longer. For instance, your arm hairs have a really short terminal length. You're not gonna find an arm hair growing out to here. And the hairs on your head are not all the same terminal length. So not all of my head hairs are gonna grow down to here. A lot of them only grow a couple inches, like these little like sideburn hairs. This is as long as they go. They're not growing anymore. This is how long they get. And this is not only true for like the hair right above your ears, but it goes all the way around your hairline. So like if I pull down hairs, like this is how long these hairs get. They don't get any longer than this. And so I think it's so annoying when, especially when people use this to advertise a product and say, look at all these new baby hairs that I have encircling my head, like a halo of baby hairs. That could be, but not necessarily. They're probably just your hairline hairs that have a shorter terminal length. So like anytime you pull it, like this is not growing. Like this is never gonna be any longer than it is. And an interesting experiment is to look at a toddler or a small child who is in your family, who shares your genes and some of your DNA, and you will probably notice a pattern of growth on their head. A lot of times you can see that there is thinner hair coming back here, like these little triangles. A lot of times you see like male pattern baldness happening like this, where you like bald in these areas. But for me, I have really thin hair right there, and it's not bald. I mean, it looks really weird when you do like pull back like this, but this is not baldness. This is like a lifelong thing. And when I look at my baby cousins, they also have this going on. So the whole baby hair thing to me is kind of BS, and I don't like hearing it. If you want to see whether you have new growth or not, I would say to look for those small hairs, but look like in the thickest part of your head. So like for instance, am I having a whole ton of new growth? If I part my hair and go like this, I have a normal amount of small hairs coming out of here, but it's nothing like the giant amount right here in my hairline. Like this is not new hair. This is normal new growth. And if you have a ton of tiny hairs up here, then yeah, probably your hair is recovering from some sort of shed and growing. But I just hate seeing this like new growth baby hairs thing. It's just kind of BS to me. All right, so while I was ranting about that, I got a question from Liv. Hey Liv, it's good to see you again. So she said, how do you deal with having long hair in the summer? Like when it's really hot, you need it off your face, you're going swimming or what have you. So when I go swimming, I like to put oils in my hair to protect it, especially if I'm going swimming in the chlorine, but really anytime I swim, I like to give it a really thick coating of oil. And the nice thing is it doesn't look weird when you do that when you go to the beach or the pool, because everyone's hair is wet anyway, so they won't be able to tell that yours is actually just oily and not necessarily wet. When it gets really hot, I just like wearing it up. And in fact, I'm gonna try to put a bun tutorial on Instagram, that like Instagram video thing soon. So if you're not already following me, come check me out. I will link my Instagram in the description, as I always do. But I just try to pull it up in a bun, and I don't like necessarily the bun on the back of the head for the summertime. I would rather do it up on the top of my head, like up here. So just a quick little bun on the top of your head, which you can't even see. And you can use anything to secure it, spin pins, or I really like these clips, so man. And if I'm just like in a rush, like if I'm applying sunscreen, I just have to get it up for like a minute, I will just clip it up with one clip. If I want it to be secure for the whole day, I will clip it up with 2 clips, 1 on each side, and normally I would get those to match each other, but these just happen to be on my table at this point. So that's what I do in the summer to keep it off my neck. And if I'm working or doing anything in the yard or being out for a long extended period of time, I will do this bun. Okay, I feel bad because now all these questions are rolling in and I'm like ready to wrap up the video at this point, but I'll do this one last. Sarah asks, do you ever get frustrated and just think about chopping it all off? Not all of it. I would never chop all of it off. I did get frustrated, like I was telling you guys, and chopped off several inches and realized like, this is what I want. Tailbone length is perfect for me, and that is my ideal length, and I'm gonna stick with it. But do I get frustrated and think about chopping it all off? Not really. I just like it too much. Oh my God, I feel so bad now. Everyone is asking questions. Shoot. Okay, I will respond to two more. Julia asks about if I'm still thinking about cutting bangs, and I was for a while because like I showed you earlier, I get these little piddly hairs, and oftentimes I'll have my hair up and these few will just fall on my face and I look like a moron. But after thinking about it some more, I kind of realized I like the style of just like having some wispy hairs around and like letting it be more relaxed and not having it be so, it doesn't need to be so perfect and polished, you know? Like if I have my hair in a ponytail and like some of this falls out, like that's not a bad look, you know what I mean? Like this isn't gonna kill me. It might look better with bangs, honestly, but this is normal, and I just had to kind of come back to that realization, and you know, a relaxed, chill look can be a good look. So anyway, I don't think I'm gonna go for the bangs, at least not now. Okay, Zach asked to do another dude video if I want. Styling tips, how to tie a good bun. Oh my God, that is so true. You guys, I love you long hair guys. Support it 100%. Love you to death, but some of you guys' buns are looking crazy. No offense. I've seen some really good man buns, but some of you guys with your buns, like, it just reminds me of how much, like, what a learning curve it is to have long hair and just like to get yourself presentable. Like this is the culmination of decades of work and like experimentation with makeup and like my hair products and my clothes, you know what I mean? And sometimes you take it for granted, but anyway, yeah, I would love to do a bun styling tip for men. I'm mad because my little brother, he was growing out his hair for the longest time, and his hair had just gotten to be like bunnable. So he would have been a great person to have onto the video, and now he's just cut it off and like it's pretty much buzz cut now. So dang, I wish I had taken advantage of that when I had the chance so I could include him in my video, but in any case, I will definitely do that, Zach. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching the video. It's been great and fun to film it and be back with you guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.